Hey shady baby, I'm hot like the prodigal son. My kids study Mandarin Chinese 4 classes a week, and the teachers invited us parents for a Q&A session. The entire thing was in Mandarin Chinese, so I didn't understand anything until the teacher said Common Core and ACTFL, A-C-T-F-L. These are new standards at SIS. Many of the Chinese parents were learning these terms for the first time. And when I heard Common Core, automatically I became kind of apprehensive. I think all teachers are familiar with Common Core and the 2010 initiative's attempt to set a standard for all academic levels at the end of each school year so that students can go on to the next grade level and then go on to graduation and to college and then have a successful career. In 1967, the American Council on the Teaching of Foreign Languages formed in Alexandria, Virginia, and it was made up of many teachers and educators and administrators who set out to have a set of standards for the teaching of foreign languages. Having taught ESL and EAL classes in Korea for 22 years, this is a subject that's very important to me. In my classes, I've always tried to work on interpersonal, interpretive, and presentational skills for my students, and the proficiency levels for foreign language learners, novice, intermediate, and advanced, seem like a natural way to group them. And what ACTFL, the American Council on the Teaching of Foreign Languages, has done is set up an alignment of national standards to coincide with those of Common Core. The results of Common Core and ACTFL have been mixed, as you can imagine. However, I think a lot of parents, teachers, administrators, and educators are happy that an attempt is being made to come up with a set of standards that everybody can agree on. There has been criticism of Common Core and ACTFL that funds that could have been used for badly needed repairs on schools has been directed towards test-taking, assessment, and equipment like iPads for testing. However, I think we can all agree that measures of assessment are absolutely necessary. My wife, for example, in our previous school, was forced to use the National Core Arts Standard for her elementary art students. And so students must master a long list of requirements in order to be proficient at these levels. Other initiatives like WIDA, the World Class Instructional Design and Assessment Center, located at the University of Wisconsin, attempted to do the same thing. However, as a parent and as a teacher, I feel that these initiatives are missing a key factor. I did a little experiment. I took the Wikipedia entry for Common Core and I cut and pasted onto a document. And that document ended up being 41 pages double-spaced. In those 41 pages, the word creativity is only used one time in the footnotes. Professor Nicholas Tampio at Fordham University said that the standards emphasize rote learning and uniformity over creativity and fail to recognize differences in learning styles. I think that's a problem many people have with the idea of Common Core. And the word fun is never used at all. Bloom's taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy is a pyramid that describes the learning process and how creativity is the most difficult of all the mental processes. As teachers, we have to remember that it's important to get student input as well as input from others. And we should always aim for creativity first. The authors of ACTFL and Common Core did not do this. I once asked a student if he liked the goals written at the beginning of every class, and he said no. Why would you tell me what my goals are? Shouldn't I figure that out for myself? Hey shady baby, I'm hot like the prodigal son.